actually just got done having a Facebook Live with you guys and had a really good time. And I mentioned in my live that I was getting ready to make a sweet treat for Jason and I tonight. I think this is gonna be really fun. So I don't share, I don't think I've ever shared this really with you guys in our community, but I like to collect cookbooks. It's really the only thing that I actually do collect. I don't collect, you know, knickknacks or things like that, but cookbooks is something that I really, really enjoy collecting. And I like to have all sorts of different kinds of cookbooks. I like old cookbooks especially. I love old recipes. They just, I don't know, they're comforting to me. So I have this really fun Pillsbury little leaflet cookbook, and this is called Gift Box cookies. Gift Box cookies. I imagine this was probably in a magazine insert or something like that, but this is from the 40s. And it's so fun, and the recipes in here are so fantastic. It's all cookies. So tonight I should say, I am making peanut butter fingers, and I love this because it makes me think of school cafeteria desserts. One thing I do remember from I don't know, elementary school and middle school, and even in high school, we were really blessed in my school to have fantastic cooks in the cafeteria, and they always made really great chocolate peanut butter bars. And that's what this is. So we're gonna make these together. I'm super excited, and I think that you're going to love them. So these are peanut butter fingers. I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees. And then I'm gonna get started. So we're gonna get started with the peanut butter fingers. So here in my mixer, I have half a cup or 1 stick of softened butter that I'm just gonna start getting sort of softened even further and sort of mushed up. And then I've got half a cup of granulated sugar and half of a cup of firmly packed brown sugar. All right, so sugar and butter are pretty well combined. So let them get nice and combined, and then we're going to do 1 egg. This is a really simple recipe. It does go in a 9 by 13 inch pan. I'm using a nonstick one, so I'm not going to grease it. But if you're using not a nonstick one, then you might want to go ahead and grease it. I'm going to add in my 1 egg. And let that get all incorporated in together. Some of my favorite recipes, or not recipes, but foods that I can remember as a kid come from the cafeteria in my school growing up. And that's not to say that my grandma and my mom were not excellent cooks, because they were fantastic cooks. But we were just really lucky to have fantastic school lunchroom moms making our lunches every day. Okay, so now I'm gonna do 1/3 of a cup of peanut butter. I'm actually gonna turn that off and go up with this. There's a corn silk from dinner. Real life, people. It's real life. Not Joanna Gaines here. Okay, 1/3 of a cup of peanut butter. Creamy peanut butter. I suppose you could probably use crunchy peanut butter if you wanted to try it. I don't know why not. All right, and I'm trying to get this off with as little banging as possible. I tell you what, I honestly don't know what they do. The people who do, like bloggers who blog day in and day out, unlike non-professional me, the professional ones who do, I don't know what they do with their sound to keep it from banging, because it's just terrible. All right, lock it up first, then turn it on. So peanut butter in. We're gonna get that nice and incorporated, and then we're gonna need baking soda. So I'm gonna get that ready. I'm gonna do a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. That get all incorporated in there. All right, so that's good. So I'm gonna slowly put the baking soda in. And you can see I'm using my recipe. I think in my head I kind of know what it a teaspoon of baking soda, and then we're gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. So we've got our 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and as you can tell, the good news is we're not like sifting dry ingredients or anything like that. So 1/2 teaspoon of Delicioso vanilla from Mexico. 1/2 teaspoon of that. Now, at this point, I'm going to make sure everything is nice and mixed and incorporated. It looks like whipped peanut butter right now. I want to eat that with a spoon just like it is. So I'm just going to go through, you guys, it's like a whipped peanut butter goodness. So I'm just going to get all of that off the bottom and make sure it's all good. Oh, so good. Okay, so now is when we're gonna start putting in flour and some oats. So a cup of flour. I'm gonna put this on stir and I'm gonna slowly start incorporating that flour. Now I use gluten-free flour. If you use the cup for cup flour, it really, really does really nicely in baking. So it's a cup of flour. You can use all-purpose or you can use gluten-free like I do. I don't really have a preference of the flour that I like to use. I kind of go back and forth between the King Arthur gluten-free cup for cup flour and the Walmart great, I think it's Best Value or Great Choice or whatever it is. I really like their cup for cup flour too. All right, and then I have a cup of quick cooking oats that I'm going to allow to slowly incorporate as well. Gonna make sure this is really well mixed in together. Bottom. All right, so that's looking fantastic. So I'm gonna real quick, I know I said in the beginning I'm using a non-stick, so I don't really care, but you know, I'm pretty sure that those lunch ladies would definitely have buttered the pan. So we're gonna go for the whole enchilada here. We're gonna do it old school, it's an old school recipe. We're gonna do it old school all the way. So a little butter on our pan. All right, and then we're gonna get this out of the bowl. So, a little tricky part, and then there might be a little flour that falls down, so you might have to do a little mixing at the end, but we'll take a look and see. So we get all of this out of, off the beater. Sorry for the banging. Can't help it, y'all. This is peanut butter, you know what I mean? It's real sticky. The only way to get it off is to beat it off. All right, so I'm just gonna get this off of here and I'm gonna do a quick once over. This is a really, really nice, just a really nice batter. All right, so that is nice and incorporated together. So I'm gonna spread that into my buttered pan. Like so. So you're gonna just kind of plop it out there. I'm trying to be all fancy and hold this so that you can see what I'm doing. And all I'm really accomplishing is I can't see what I'm doing. And I'm pretty sure I just got my hair in it, but you're not eating it, I am. So I guess that's okay. I'll make sure there's no hair in there, I promise, guys. Don't freak out. Nobody panic. Okay, so I'm gonna spread this around. And this is gonna be, you know, a fairly thin layer. So I'm gonna spread this around and then I'm gonna bake this at 350 for 20 to 25 minutes until it's nice and lightly browned. So wet fingers, if you work really fast, can really help smush things around. peanut butter is super, super sticky, as you can see. It only goes so far, even the wet. You can kind of wet it with the moisture on your palms. But we just want to make sure that this is nice and evenly spread on the bottom. Our little wet fingertip trick. A little bit more over here. And so then, like I said, so 350, 20, 25 minutes until lightly browned. And everybody's oven varies, guys. I say that every time, but it's just so true. So just, you know, since I say 20 to 25, what that means is check it at 20. Is it lightly golden brown? Does it look delicious? If so, take it out. Okay, so we're gonna get this in the oven 20 to 25 minutes, and then we're gonna be almost to peanut butter fingers. Okay, it is done. So I'm gonna grab it from the oven, turn this off, pull it out. Oh, it's so perfect. Okay, so it's a nice golden brown. All right, so it's a nice, beautiful golden brown, and it kind of puffed up. Now we're going to take 6 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips, and we're gonna sprinkle them over the middle of this immediately, okay? Right away, and then we're just gonna leave them alone. Just gonna let them sit there, okay? And then, so we've got the peanut butter sort of cookie layer, and then we have chocolate, and then we're going to make a drizzle. A peanut butter drizzle for the top, okay? So I've got half a cup of powdered sugar. I've got 1/4 of a cup of peanut butter. And then we're going to do 2 to 4 tablespoons of milk. Now, with any of the ingredients that I have shown you, I'm gonna start with 2 tablespoons and mix it up and see where we're at. With any recipes that I show you guys, I'm always using gluten-free ingredients. You can count on that. I don't do dairy-free though. And a lot of celiac sufferers will do dairy-free as well as gluten-free. I haven't quite got to that, but someday probably we'll work on it. So 2 wasn't enough. You can see it's kind of sticky. I want this to be sort of like a glaze. And this is more sticky, like still like kind of whipped peanut butter. So I'm gonna go in with 1/3 tablespoon of milk. So again, I'm just using fat-free regular cow's milk, but you could use your dairy-free milk products with this. All right, so I'm looking for a drizzle. We're getting close to drizzling, but still looks more like whipped peanut butter than drizzle. So I'm gonna do the 1/4 tablespoon of milk. This is a really good example of how sometimes it really is 2 and sometimes it really is 4. So this is a nice little drizzle. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited for these. This is making me think, Jason just walked in. This is making me think of Lunch Lady peanut butter bars. Doesn't it smell good? Mm-hmm. I mean, this is going to be pretty darn delightful. So we have to let this sit for 5 minutes. This is only taken me about a minute. So I'm gonna let this sit for 5, and then I'm gonna spread this out, and I'm gonna drizzle this, and we're gonna look at it, and it's gonna be delicious, and we're gonna wanna eat it, but we're not gonna be able to. So that's spread out. So that's our topping over our peanut butter, sort of cookie base. And
I'm gonna get to try it both in its molten phase
and in its cooled off phase. I don't think he's waiting much longer past the drizzling this on stage, and I'm pretty sure he's had about 1/4 of a cup of this.
No, this stuff right here, guys, is heavenly.
It's pretty pretty
That's my
awesome.
description for you on this particular
All right,
item.
so I'm literally just going to randomly pour and drizzle.
Oh, you just need to get on in there.
Well, I wanted to start it off slow.
Don't be shy.
I'm not gonna be shy.
Don't be shy.
All right, so nice drizzle that way.
I got
Then
kids on leftovers.
I'm gonna come this direction, and I'm just gonna start drizzling this way. There we go.
And guys, after you try this, you're not gonna do that. You're just gonna make it a double batch of that stuff and pour it all on top. I promise.
It's dreamy, isn't
Yeah.
it? This stuff right here. Guys, I don't know how to describe it to you.
It's so light, which I can't explain.
It's almost like peanut butter whipped cream.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't leave it very pretty. But what you could do is take a little spoon, just kind of swirl it around.
Even better distribution. I love it.
Just kind of swirl it. Okay, now it's done, guys. It's literally that simple. It smells so good in here. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Can we talk about that?
That stuff is money.
What else could we put it on?
I can think
Don't
of a few
answer
things.
that. All right, these are gonna cool. And then, you know, if you were feeding kiddos, you could really, because I like to call these peanut butter fingers because that's really what they were in school for me. So you could cut these, let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4 that way, and then 1, 2, 3 this way. So 4 by 3, you can get 12 out of here really easily. You could probably get smaller than that if you really wanted to do little fingers. So you could probably get more than that, but at least you can get a dozen out of this. So let them cool if you can help it. If you can't help it, like,
I just want to make sure for scientific purposes.
you just want one little bite. Hand me a knife and I'll cut you a little
Have
part.
to make sure.
Let's just show them what we got. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna come over here in the bottom of this and one more little taste. All right, I'm gonna get you a little corner.
It may be better warm.
Maybe better.
One would
warm.
never know if they just let it cool.
Oh, they're nice and like chewy. You can just tell. I do know how to hold a knife. I'm not quite sure what that was all about. So the edges are a little crispy. That's a product of the gluten-free for me here. Gluten-free items, baking items tend to, the outsides are gonna get a little chewier and a little bit more done. But the inside, can I have a bite?
Sure.
All right, guys. I hope you love them as much as we do. Let me know.